Hi, I'm Kai, nice to meet you, and welcome to my lazy zone. I call it the lay zone. I've always loved doomsday plotlines. You know, when the world is on a time limit and the hero's gotta hurry to save it. A really popular example of this is one of my favorite games of all time, The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask. It's just really interesting to me how people would react when they know their days are numbered, the world is gonna end, and there's absolutely nothing they can do about it. And with the latest episode of Attack on Titan, it's doing just that. The rumbling has begun, and our former hero is about to destroy the entire world. How quirky of him. Now, having read the manga, the rumbling is one of the scariest concepts I've ever heard of. Hundreds and thousands of colossal titans roaming around, crushing everything in their way. And the thing leading it is probably the scariest thing I've ever seen in any anime. Couple reasons why this event strikes fear into my soul. First reason, look at it. If you're not bricks by now, you're lying to my face, how dare you? Second reason is that we've seen how much damage one colossal can do. Out of the 9 Titan Shifters, the Colossal is without a doubt one of the strongest, and unlike the others, it doesn't have to do much to destroy everything around it. Just transforming into the thing kills everything around them. We've seen one create 2 holes in the walls, basically kickstarting this entire show, and it took almost one man turning into charcoal to take down one of them. And now we have almost a million of them, bigger than that. And imagine seeing that from far away. Like, you can't actually see them, they're all covered in smoke, so it just looks like a bunch of clouds moving towards you, and as soon as you notice what it is, it's basically too late. Another reason why this scares me, why it was created in the first place. The concept was first created by King Fritz as a message to the other nations as the ultimate around and find out type situation. This was an empty threat, however, because I'm pretty sure even a guy like him would realize how much of a bad idea that'd be. So he made a vow renouncing war to make sure that anyone in the royal family that has the founder to never do this. You know, until Grisha showed up, did his thing, and passed down the founder to the kid who killed 3 grown men on his own. Even Grisha realized this because he got memories of the rumbling happening. Marley was so scared of the rumbling that they sent soldiers down to Parody to kidnap Eren and to stop the rumbling from happening. Let me put this in perspective. The entire story started because niggas were just that scared of the rumbling. But I think the scariest thing about this cataclysmic event is that you can't run from this. I mean, if you knew about it ahead of time, you could get a head start and try to outrun it, but you can't keep running forever, and eventually it will catch up to you because look how big it is. 1 step for them is 500 for us. Now theoretically, you could get around it to avoid it altogether, but even if you managed to survive, what would you be left with? The entire world would be a barren wasteland. All of the cities are left in ruins. You won't be able to grow any food or crops because considering how much steam they emit, yeah, you won't make much. And to top it all off, most of the human and animal population, gone. Except for the people of Parody, of course. But good luck getting there. So you're only left with one option, which is basically,
you should kill yourself now!
It's as Willie Tybur said. While we saw the rise of weapons more powerful than Titans in the last war, we will never see a weapon that can stop the advance of millions of colossal Titans. If the walls walk even a single time, there will be nothing left we can do.
Except flee in vain from the sound of earth-shaking steps that will herald our doom. These monsters will crush every city, trample every tree and flower. They will literally flatten our world.
Now look me dead in the eyes and tell me that is not the scariest thing you ever heard. And the only thing scarier than the rumbling itself are the people online defending it. And look, I get it. Getting revenge on the people who oppressed you for years, I understand that completely. But don't you think this is taking it just a little bit too far? Like, I get that every idea proposed is pretty much hopeless, but if you absolutely have to use the rumbling, just use a small scale one and then just do it on Marley only. Don't drag the entire world into this. There are Eldians all over the world being oppressed, and the Titans aren't gonna just watch their steps to make sure they're not killing anyone that's on their side. This is trying to solve the most complicated problem with the most extreme solution. And it's not like they could just leave, because imagine explaining to your oppressors that you just had a vision that the entire world will be destroyed and you need to leave right now, because you would have lost them before you even opened your mouth. But at the very least, the people who would have to suffer this fate would be the people living on Marley. I'm not saying I support this, but this is just how I think the rumbling should be used, if at all. But since Eren's crazy, fuck it, kill everyone in the world. And I just can't see how everyone in the entire world deserves this fate. I'm more of a Malcolm X guy myself, and even I think this idea is fucked. Imagine having a plan so terrible, it looks worse than the other plan, which is just a unified vasectomy for an entire race. But I think I need to stop here before I get into spoiler territory. What was the point of this video? Nothing really, I was just excited to finally see the rumbling animated. And I think MAPPA captured the destructive force of the rumbling perfectly, and knowing what's coming, I can't wait to see how they handle it. So, moral of the story? Try to be nice to everyone you run into, cause if you don't, you won't know how much it'll bite you in the ass in the future. But luckily the rumbling isn't real, so we don't have to worry about that. Huh, on Black History Month too. Should have seen it coming really.